Question 1. Which of the following ancient Indian states, existing in the 7th and early 6th century BC, was known for its republican form of government, unlike the prevalent monarchical states? The correct answer is option D, Vaishali. Explanation: in the 7th and early 6th century BC, several Mahajanapdas emerged in India. While most of them, like Magad, Avanti, and Koshala, were monarchical states, Vaishali was a prominent republican state, a Gana Sangha. The Lichavis of Vaishali were a powerful clan that followed a non-monarchical system of governance, where decisions were made by an assembly of representatives. Question 2. Which important city did Chandragupta I receive as a dowry from the Lichavis, a strategic move that significantly strengthened the Gupta Empire? The correct answer is option C, Patliputra. Explanation: Chandragupta I married Kumardevi, a Lichavi princess. This matrimonial alliance was highly significant as it brought the city of Patliputra, modern-day Patna, a strategically important capital, into the Gupta dominion as a dowry. This alliance provided the Guptas with immense prestige and control over a crucial region, laying the foundation for their imperial expansion. Question 3. Who was awarded the 4th Carnot Prize in 2018 for his significant contributions towards sustainable energy solutions? The correct answer is option C, Piyush Goyal. Explanation: the Carnot Prize is awarded by the Kleinman Center for Energy Policy at the University of Pennsylvania. In 2018, the 4th Carnot Prize was awarded to Piyush Goyal, who was then India's Union Minister of Railways and Coal, for his pivotal role in transforming India's energy landscape through policies promoting renewable energy and energy efficiency. Question 4. The period between 1206 AD and 1526 AD in Indian history is famously known as the The correct answer is option D, Delhi Sultanate period. Explanation: the Delhi Sultanate period in Indian history spans from 1206 AD to 1526 AD. This era saw the rule of 5 distinct dynasties: the Slave, Mamluk dynasty, the Khalji dynasty, the Tughlaq dynasty, the Sayyid dynasty, and the Lodi dynasty. The period concluded with the First Battle of Panipat in 1526, which marked the end of the Lodi dynasty and the beginning of the Mughal Empire. Question 5. Mihira Bhoja was a prominent ruler of which ancient Indian dynasty? The correct answer is option C, Pratihara dynasty. Explanation: Mihira Bhoja, also known as Bhoja I, was one of the most powerful and successful rulers of the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty. He ruled from approximately 836 to 885 CE. His reign marked a period of significant expansion and consolidation for the Pratihara Empire, which controlled a large part of northern India. Question 6. Which constitutional amendment eliminated the right to property from the list of fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution, making it a legal right instead? The correct answer is option B, 44th Amendment. Explanation: the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978 removed the right to property from the list of fundamental rights, Part 3, and made it a legal right under Article 300A in Part 12 of the Constitution. This amendment was enacted by the Janata Party government to prevent the Supreme Court from striking down land reform laws on the grounds that they violated the fundamental right to property. Question 7. Which team won the 85th Ranji Trophy title in 2019? The correct answer is option D, Vidarbh. Explanation: Vidarbh created history by winning their second consecutive Ranji Trophy title in the 2018-19 season, which was the 85th edition of the tournament. they defeated Saurashtra in the final held in Nagpur. This victory cemented their place as a formidable force in Indian domestic cricket. Question 8. Which of the following economic activities employs the maximum number of people in India? The correct answer is option C, agriculture. Explanation: agriculture continues to be the largest employer in India, engaging a significant portion of the country's workforce. Despite a gradual shift towards the service and manufacturing sectors, a substantial percentage of the population, especially in rural areas, still depends on agriculture and allied activities for their livelihood. This highlights the importance of the primary sector in the Indian economy. Question 9. The Baglihar Dam, a run-of-the-river power project, is constructed on which river? The correct answer is option C, Chenab. Explanation: the Baglihar Dam is a hydroelectric power project located on the Chenab River in the Doda district of Jammu and Kashmir, India. It is a run-of-the-river project, meaning it does not store large quantities of water but rather uses the natural flow of the river. The project has been a subject of discussion under the Indus Waters Treaty between India and Pakistan. Question 10. Who is the author of the famous historical chronicle Rajtarangini, which provides a detailed account of the kings of Kashmir? The correct answer is option C, Kalhana. Explanation: Rajtarangini is a historical chronicle of early India, written in Sanskrit by Kalhana in the 12th century CE. It is a significant source of information, particularly for the history of Kashmir, detailing the reigns of various kings and dynasties. It is considered one of the earliest and most comprehensive historical texts from India. Question 11. In which part of the Indian Constitution are the legislative, administrative, and financial relations between the centre and the states primarily mentioned? The correct answer is option B, Part 11. Explanation: the centre-state relations in the Indian Constitution are primarily dealt with in Part 11, Articles 245 to 263, and Part 12, Articles 264 to 300A. Part 11 specifically covers legislative relations, Articles 245 to 255, and administrative relations, Articles 256 to 263. Financial relations are covered in Part 12. This division ensures a clear framework for the distribution of powers and responsibilities in India's federal structure. Question 12. Who was the first female Chief Justice of a state high court in India? The correct answer is option C, Laila Seth. Explanation: Justice Laila Seth holds the distinction of being the first woman Chief Justice of a state high court in India. She became the Chief Justice of the Himachal Pradesh High Court in 1991. She was also the first woman to become a judge of the Delhi High Court and the first woman to be designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India. Question 13. The amount of light entering the human eye can be controlled and regulated by which part? The correct answer is option D, pupil. Explanation: the pupil is the opening in the center of the iris that allows light to enter the eye and reach the retina. The iris, a colored muscular diaphragm, controls the size of the pupil. In bright light, the iris contracts, making the pupil smaller to reduce the amount of light entering. In dim light, the iris relaxes, making the pupil larger to allow more light in. Thus, the pupil, regulated by the iris, controls the amount of light. Question 14. Mithun, a unique semi-domesticated bovine species, is primarily found in which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Arunachal Pradesh. Explanation: the Mithun, Bos frontalis, is a large, Semi-domesticated bovine found in the hilly regions of northeast India, particularly in Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. It holds significant cultural and economic importance for the indigenous communities in these regions, often used for meat, milk, and as a symbol of wealth and prestige. It is also the state animal of Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. Question 15. Veer Kunwar Singh Jayanti is celebrated annually in which Indian state to commemorate the contributions of the great freedom fighter? The correct answer is option C, Bihar. Explanation: Veer Kunwar Singh Jayanti is celebrated in Bihar on 23rd April each year. It commemorates the birth anniversary of Kunwar Singh, a prominent leader during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. He led the rebellion in Bihar and is revered for his bravery and strategic prowess in fighting against the British East India Company. Question 16. Which cells in our body are popularly known as soldiers of the human body due to their crucial role in fighting infections and diseases? The correct answer is option C, white blood cells. Explanation: white blood cells, leukocytes, are a vital component of the immune system. They are often called the soldiers of the human body because they identify and destroy foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, as well as abnormal cells. There are several types of white blood cells, each with specific functions in defending the body against illness. Question 17. Which hormone primarily leads to the expulsion of milk from the breast during suckling, a process known as milk ejection reflex? The correct answer is option C, oxytocin. Explanation: while prolactin is responsible for the production of milk, lactogenesis, it is oxytocin that causes the expulsion or letdown of milk from the breast during suckling. Oxytocin stimulates the contraction of myoepithelial cells surrounding the alveoli in the mammary glands, pushing milk into the ducts and out of the nipple. Prolactin's primary role is milk synthesis, whereas oxytocin's role is milk ejection. Question 18. The unique festivals of Marabats and Badgayas, which directly confront social evils and criticize their perpetrators through a procession with effigies, are celebrated in which Indian city? The correct answer is option C, Nagpur. Explanation: the festivals of Marabats and Badgayas are distinct cultural events celebrated annually in Nagpur, Maharashtra. These festivals are unique for their social commentary, where effigies representing social evils, corrupt politicians, or current issues are paraded and then burnt. This tradition serves as a form of public protest and criticism against societal ills and their perpetrators. Question 19. The Nanda Devi Peak, the second highest mountain in India and the highest entirely within the country, is located in which state? The correct answer is option C, Uttarakhand. Explanation: the Nanda Devi Peak is located in the Garhwal Himalayas region of Uttarakhand, India. It is the second highest mountain in India, after Kangchenjunga, which lies on the border with Nepal, and the highest peak located entirely within India. The surrounding Nanda Devi National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its stunning natural beauty and rich biodiversity. Question 20. Which of the following is a highly communicable disease caused by a virus, characterized by a rash and fever, and preventable by vaccination? The correct answer is option C, measles. Explanation: measles is a highly contagious infectious disease caused by the measles virus. It spreads through the air via respiratory droplets from coughing and sneezing. Symptoms include fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes, and a characteristic rash. It is a preventable disease through the MMR vaccine, measles, mumps, rubella. Diabetes, hypertension, and asthma are non-communicable diseases. Question 21. In 2019, Kazakhstan renamed its capital city, Astana, to what new name? The correct answer is option C, Nur-Sultan. Explanation: in March 2019, the capital city of Kazakhstan, Astana, was officially renamed Nur-Sultan. This change was made to honor the long-serving former president, Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev, who had resigned shortly before the renaming. However, in September 2022, the capital was again renamed back to Astana. Question 22. Consider a situation where there is a significant lack of money supply in an economy in comparison to the available supply of goods and services. What would be the most likely economic consequence? The correct answer is option C, deflation. Explanation: when the money supply is insufficient relative to the supply of goods and services, it means there is less money chasing more goods. This typically leads to a general fall in the price level of goods and services, a phenomenon known as deflation. Deflation can be problematic as it discourages spending and investment, potentially leading to economic slowdowns and unemployment. Question 23. Which of the following food items is known for having the highest protein content per gram? The correct answer is option C, soya bean. Explanation: soya bean is renowned for its exceptionally high protein content, making it a valuable source of plant-based protein. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. While other options like wheat and rice also contain protein, soya bean significantly surpasses them in protein density per gram. Question 24. Which team won the inaugural Pro Volleyball League title in 2019? The correct answer is option D, Chennai Spartans. Explanation: the Chennai Spartans emerged as the champions of the inaugural Pro Volleyball League in 2019. They defeated the Calicut Heroes in a thrilling final match. The league was a significant step in promoting professional volleyball in India, featuring teams from various cities. Question 25. Who among the following Pala rulers founded the renowned Vikramshila University? The correct answer is option C, Dharmapala. Explanation: Vikramshila University was one of the 2 most important centers of Buddhist learning in India during the Pala Empire, along with Nalanda University. It was founded by King Dharmapala, c. 783 to 820 CE, of the Pala dynasty in the late 8th or early 9th century. Located in modern-day Bhagalpur district of Bihar, it was a prominent center for Tantric Buddhism. Question 26. The UN celebrated 21st March 2019 as World Down Syndrome Day. What was the theme for this day? The correct answer is option C, Leave No One Behind. Explanation: the theme for World Down Syndrome Day, WDSD, 2019, observed on 21st March, was Leave No One Behind. This theme emphasized the importance of inclusive practices and ensuring that people with Down syndrome are not marginalized but are fully integrated into society, enjoying equal opportunities and rights. WDSD is a global awareness day officially observed by the United Nations since 2012. Question 27. Which of the following elements or compounds is a primary contributor to the destruction of the ozone layer in the Earth's stratosphere? The correct answer is option C, chlorine. Explanation: chlorine atoms, primarily released from chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, and other ozone-depleting substances, ODs, like halogens and methyl bromide, are highly effective at destroying ozone molecules in the stratosphere. A single chlorine atom can destroy thousands of ozone molecules, leading to the depletion of the ozone layer, which protects Earth from harmful ultraviolet (UV) radiation. Question 28. Who is credited with founding and naming the science of electromagnetism, establishing the relationship between electric current and magnetic fields? The correct answer is option C, André Marie Ampère. Explanation: André Marie Ampère, 1775 to 1836, a French physicist and mathematician, is widely regarded as one of the founders of the science of electromagnetism. He formulated Ampere's law, which describes the relationship between electric current and the magnetic field it produces. The C unit of electric current, the ampere, is named after him in recognition of his fundamental contributions. Question 29. Which Muslim ruler was the first to extend his empire across almost the entire Indian subcontinent, reaching up to its extreme south? The correct answer is option C, Alauddin Khilji. Explanation: Alauddin Khilji, reigned 1296 to 1316, was the second and most powerful ruler of the Khilji dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate. Through his ambitious military campaigns, particularly those led by his general Malik Kafur, he managed to conquer and bring under his influence vast territories, including the Deccan and parts of South India, making him the first Muslim ruler whose empire covered almost the entire Indian subcontinent. Question 30. The renowned Bandipur National Park, famous for its tiger and elephant populations, is located in which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Karnataka. Explanation: Bandipur National Park is a prominent tiger reserve located in the state of Karnataka, India. It is part of the larger Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve and is contiguous with Mudumlai National Park, Tamil Nadu, Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, Kerala, and Nagarhole National Park, Karnataka. It is one of India's most important conservation areas for tigers and Asian elephants. Question 31. The famous Bagh cave paintings, known for their exquisite murals depicting Buddhist themes, are found in which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Madhya Pradesh. Explanation: The Bagh caves are a group of 9 rock-cut monuments, mostly viharas, Buddhist monasteries, located on the bank of the Baghani River in the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. These caves are renowned for their beautiful mural paintings, which date back to the 5th to 6th century CE and depict scenes from Buddhist Jatak tales and daily life. They are considered an extension of the Ajanta style of painting. Question 32. What metal is typically deposited on iron in the process of galvanization to protect it from rusting? The correct answer is option C, zinc. Explanation: Galvanization is a process of applying a protective zinc coating to steel or iron to prevent rusting. The most common method is hot-dip galvanizing, where the iron or steel is immersed in a bath of molten zinc. Zinc acts as a sacrificial anode, corroding preferentially to iron, and also provides a physical barrier against corrosion. Question 33. The Badami Chalukyas initially had their capital at ____ before they moved it to Badami. The correct answer is option B, Aihole. Explanation: The Badami Chalukyas were a prominent dynasty in South India. Their initial capital was Aihole, which is often referred to as the cradle of Indian architecture due to its numerous early Chalukyan temples. Later, they shifted their capital to Badami, also known as Vatapi, which became a major center of their power and architectural activity. Pattadakal was another important center for their temple construction. Question 34. In February 2019, how many gold medals did India win at the Makran Cup boxing championship held in Iran? The correct answer is option A, 1. Explanation. In February 2019, India secured one gold medal at the Makran Cup Boxing Championship held in Chabhar, Iran. The gold medal was won by Deepak Singh in the 49 kilograms category. This event provided valuable international exposure for Indian boxers. Question 35. Who was the Indian boxer who won a gold medal at the Makran Cup Boxing Championship in Iran in 2019? The correct answer is option C, Deepak Singh. Explanation. Deepak Singh won the sole gold medal for India at the Makran Cup boxing tournament held in Iran in February 2019. He achieved this feat in the 49 kilograms category, showcasing his talent on the international stage. Other prominent Indian boxers also participated and won medals in different categories. Question 36. World Day 2019 was observed on 22nd March with the theme Leaving No One Behind. The correct answer is option C, water. Explanation. World Water Day is observed annually on 22nd March to highlight the importance of fresh water and advocate for the sustainable management of freshwater resources. The theme for World Water Day 2019 was Leaving No One Behind, adapting the central promise of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development that everyone must benefit from progress in sustainable development. Question 37. The Mid-Day Meal Scheme, now known as PM Poshan Scheme, was originally implemented by which union ministry in India? The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Human Resource Development. Explanation. The Mid-Day Meal Scheme was launched in 1995 and was implemented by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, Department of School Education and Literacy. In 2021, the scheme was renamed as PM Poshan, Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman Scheme. The MHRD itself was renamed as the Ministry of Education in 2020. The scheme aims to enhance enrollment, retention, and attendance and simultaneously improve nutritional levels among children. Question 38. Which was the first Muslim dynasty that ruled India, marking the beginning of the Delhi Sultanate? The correct answer is option C, Slave Dynasty. Explanation. The Slave Dynasty, also known as the Mamluk Dynasty, was the first Muslim dynasty to rule India, establishing the Delhi Sultanate in 1206 AD. Its founder was Qutubuddin Aibak, a former slave and general of Muhammad Ghori. The dynasty ruled from 1206 to 1290 AD, laying the groundwork for subsequent Muslim rule in India. Question 39. Under which of the following acts have Lok Adalats been created to provide a forum for amicable settlement of disputes? The correct answer is option C, Legal Services Authorities Act. Explanation. Lok Adalats, People's Courts, have been constituted under the Legal Services Authorities Act, 1987. This act provides for the establishment of legal services authorities at the national, state, and district levels to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of society and to organize Lok Adalats for the amicable settlement of disputes. Lok Adalats have statutory status and their awards are deemed to be decrees of a civil court. Question 40. Which is the longest national highway in India, connecting Srinagar in the north to Kanyakumari in the south? The correct answer is option B, NH44. Explanation. National Highway 44, NH44, is the longest national highway in India. It runs for over 3,745 kilometers, connecting Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. It traverses through 11 states and is a crucial artery for north-south connectivity in the country. It was formed by merging 7 different national highways. Question 41. Who was the ISRO chairman and Padma Bhushan awardee who oversaw the historic moment when the Mars orbiter mission, Mangalyaan, successfully entered Martian orbit in its maiden attempt? The correct answer is option D, K. Radhakrishnan. Explanation: Dr. K. Radhakrishnan was the chairman of the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, when the Mars orbiter mission, MOM, also known as Mangalyaan, successfully entered Mars orbit on 24 September 2014. This achievement made India the first Asian nation to reach Martian orbit and the first country in the world to do so on its maiden attempt. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Question 42. Who was the slave of Muhammad Ghori who became the ruler after his master's death and founded the slave dynasty in India? The correct answer is option C, Qutubuddin Aibak. Explanation: Qutubuddin Aibak was a Turkic slave of Muhammad Ghori. After Ghori's assassination in 1206 AD, Aibak declared himself Sultan of Delhi and established the slave dynasty, also known as the Mamluk dynasty, marking the beginning of the Delhi Sultanate. He is also known for initiating the construction of the Qutub Minar. Question 43. Which mountain pass, connecting Sikkim with Tibet, was closed after the Chinese aggression on India in 1962 but was reopened in 2006 to enhance trade between the two countries? The correct answer is option C, Nathu La Pass. Explanation: the Nathu La Pass is a mountain pass in the Himalayas, connecting the Indian state of Sikkim with the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. It was a part of the ancient Silk Road. Following the Sino-Indian War of 1962, the pass was closed for trade. However, it was reopened in 2006 as a significant step towards improving bilateral trade and relations between India and China. Question 44. Who was awarded the Rabindranath Tagore Literary Prize 2019 for his novel Solo? The correct answer is option C, Rana Dasgupta. Explanation: Rana Dasgupta, a British Indian novelist and essayist, was awarded the Rabindranath Tagore Literary Prize in 2019 for his novel Solo. The prize recognizes outstanding contributions to literature that promote peace, humanity, and universal human values, inspired by Rabindranath Tagore's legacy. Question 45. The colorful art named Nandana block print is traditionally practiced in Tarapur village of which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Madhya Pradesh. Explanation: the Nandana block print is a traditional hand block printing art form primarily practiced by the Bhil and Bhilala tribes in Tarapur village of the Dhar district in Madhya Pradesh. This art form is known for its vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and use of natural dyes, often depicting motifs inspired by nature and tribal culture. Question 46. Which of the following economic activities primarily comes under the quaternary sector? The correct answer is option D, information technology. Explanation: the quaternary sector of the economy involves intellectual activities and knowledge-based services. This includes activities such as information technology, research and development, consulting, education, and financial planning. It is often seen as an extension of the tertiary service sector, focusing on the generation, processing, and dissemination of information and knowledge. Question 47. The right to move freely throughout the territory of India is guaranteed as a fundamental right under which article of the Indian Constitution? The correct answer is option B, Article 19. Explanation: The right to move freely throughout the territory of India is a fundamental right enshrined under Article 19, 1d of the Indian Constitution. This right allows citizens to move from one state to another or from one place to another within a state. However, this right is not absolute and can be subject to reasonable restrictions in the interest of the general public or for the protection of the interests of any scheduled tribe. Question 48. Which of the following metals is known to be the most ductile metal? The correct answer is option D, gold. Explanation: ductility is the ability of a material to deform under tensile stress. This is often characterized by the material's ability to be stretched into a wire. Gold is the most ductile metal, meaning it can be drawn into extremely thin wires. 1 gram of gold can be drawn into a wire approximately 2.4 kilometers long. It is also the most malleable metal. Question 49. The International Day of Forests 2019 was observed on 21st March. What was its theme? The correct answer is option C, forests and education. Explanation: the International Day of Forests is celebrated annually on 21st March to raise awareness about the importance of all types of forests. The theme for International Day of Forests 2019 was Forests and Education, highlighting the importance of education at all levels to achieve sustainable forest management and biodiversity conservation. Question 50. Which Indian personality received the Nobel Peace Prize after Mother Teresa? The correct answer is option C, Kailash Satyarthi. Explanation: Mother Teresa received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. After her, Kailash Satyarthi was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 jointly with Malala Yousafzai of Pakistan for his struggle against the suppression of children and young people and for the right of all children to education. Amartya Sen received the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, and C.V. Raman and Venkatraman Ramakrishnan received Nobel Prizes in Physics and Chemistry, respectively.